Does your child with autism flap their hands or rock back and forth and you are worried? There is no need to worry. This is not bad behavior. This is called stimming. Stimming stands for self-stimulatory behavior, which autistic children engage in for the purposes of self-regulation and communication. So, stimming is any action, sound, or movement which is done repetitively in order to regulate themselves. Now, many children with autism, they stim in different ways. There are different kinds of stimming, and I'm going to mention a few of them here. You might have seen some of these kind of stimming your child is already doing at home. They might be engaging in all of them or some of them. So I'm going to mention a few of them for you here. The first kind of stimming is visual stimming, in which you might see your child with autism lining objects, or they might stare at the lights. They might wave their fingers in front of their eyes, or the other thing they can do, they would like to watch spinning objects like the fans. The next kind of stimming is called vocal stimming. You will see your child with autism hum, or they might repeat lines from their favorite movie or TV shows over and over again. The next kind of stimming is vestibular stimming, in which you will see your child with autism flapping their hands, rocking back and forth, jumping, or spinning. The next kind of stimming is oral stimming, in which you will see your child with autism might put their clothes in their mouth, or they might put toys in their mouth. Anything other than food, they might put it in their mouth to get that input. The next kind of stimming is called auditory stimming, where the child with autism might like to hear the same sound over and over again. So they might tap on a particular object just to hear that sound repeatedly again and again. The next kind of stimming is olfactory stimming, in which your child with autism might sniff you, or they might sniff the objects or the food over and over again because they might like that scent and they might stim for that. And then the last kind of stimming is proprioceptive stimming, in which your child with autism might walk on their toes in order to get the deep pressure, or they might stand close to people in order to feel that pressure. Oh, I forgot one more. It's called tactile stimming, in which the child with autism might like to touch different textures or different surfaces. They might do that again and again. So these are some of the kinds of stimming children with autism might engage in, and your child might be doing one or all of them. So I hope this helps you to understand why they are stimming in the first place. So as I mentioned before, stimming is safe and it should not be stopped, because if you try to stop the stimming, it is going to cause stress to your child. The only time we're not going to stop it, but we are going to redirect the stimming is when the child with autism is engaging in stimming where it is dangerous to them or people around them. Then that time we have to intervene right away and we have to redirect those stims. And an occupational therapist who is trained in sensory integration will be able to help you, to give you specific advice for your child. In the meanwhile, there are a few things you can do at home in order to help your child. Again, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a professional, I'm a mom to a 20-year-old son on the spectrum, and I'm sharing this video from my own experience of raising my own son. So do contact occupational therapist for your own child. But if they are, putting their clothes in their mouth repeatedly or toys in their mouth, then in the market you do get chewy tubes. So you can buy those chewy tubes and you can get your child to chew on that. That will help with their oral stimming. If your child is seeking deep pressure for proprioceptive input, then you do get weighted items in the market. Again, make sure you contact occupational therapist. You get like a weighted jacket, or if they are sitting to do an activity, then you also get weighted lap pads. So those are the things which can provide your child with the deep pressure. And then if they like that visual input, visual stimming, then you can give them some sensory, sensory bottles so they can look at that. The bottles can contain glitter or some other things, so it's visuals. The child can look at that. And then if they are humming constantly or repeating words, from their movies or TV shows, then you can give them those horns or the whistles. They can provide them with that kind of input. So I hope you found this video useful today about stimming, what it is. And just to recap, stimming is self-stimulatory behavior. It is safe. It is done for the purposes of self-regulation and communication by autistic children. It should not be stopped because it can cause them stress. And I've already mentioned, unless it is dangerous to them, then definitely we have to intervene right away. Do make sure you contact the occupational therapist who can give you strategies in order to help your own child. So once again, I hope you can like this video and you found this helpful. Share it with a fellow autism parent and subscribe to my channel as I share videos like this in order to help you help your child with autism without overwhelm. Thank you.